People often argue over Android versus iPhones, but the real debate should be middle-aged Gen X morning shows versus Hoppe Hour. Guess who wins? We will let you decide. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Now for something completely different.
Smoke medical weed every day.
The following thoughts on Hoppe Hour represent Ryan Hoppe and past it. Listener discretion is advised.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Hoppe Hour.
He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour starts in 4, 3, 2. Hoppe, Hoppe, Hoppe. This is Hoppe Hour with Hoppe.
Where we at? Always going in, never doubt it. Never worry about the dollar. Need a source or trending topic. We the hottest, search about us. Competition microscopic, never copied. I'm a giant rolling weed up, now we flying. H-O-P-P-E. 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 You already know Hoppe Hour in your system.
This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe, hanging out with you. And don't think I forgot about you for the next hour, so you can always call me. 856-49-HOPPE, 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me, at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Now, if this is your first time listening, I have been hosting this show for 12 years. It's been on in Chicago, Tampa Bay, and now worldwide. We talk about everything, including celebrity news, dating, sex, all the fun topics. We get a little political, but I make fun of both sides. This show is not for the easily offended or easily sensitive people out there, but to all the easily sensitive and easily offended people out there, give it a try. Hear the opinions. We need to learn as a society that if you don't agree with opinions, that's okay. Like the other day, I was with a friend, and they were like, I don't like getting political. And I'm like, yeah, me neither. And then they began to talk about why they didn't like Trump. And I'm like, but you're being political. So when I do this show, there are a variety of things we do on Hoppe Hour. And one of them is my opening monologue. It's not like Jimmy Fallon where I fake laugh at my own jokes. I will have a thought reach my mind, and I go on my Google Docs app on my iPhone, and I write it down, and then I talk about it. And first, enough of that music. Here was the first thing I thought about recently. So everybody complains, oh my God, there's too many streaming services, blah, blah, blah. So you got Max, Hulu, Netflix, Paramount, Peacock, Disney Plus. And now they're all kind of coming in different packages. And honestly, it's still less than cable. Like the other day, I was looking at Spectrum, paying $110 for internet. 110 should be how much it is. Now I have fast internet, but that's how much it should be for lightning for lightning speed internet and cable. It's ridiculous how expensive things are. But still, even if you have all these streaming services, you're still paying less than cable per month, because I'll hear all the people complain, oh my God, it's getting up there with cable. It wasn't just going to be Netflix having all that shows forever and ever. Like if you think about the early 2010s when streaming first kind of exploded on the scene, I didn't get my first Roku player until 2014, 2015. But like I used to watch TV shows on Netflix, and that was the only thing that was out, and all these different apps came out. But there's something that's been really bothering me, and it's such a first world problem. It's not that big of a deal, but it's the fact that Disney and Hulu combined, and that's fine. I know that Disney has a lot of money, and companies combine all the time. That's not the problem. The problem is Disney Plus. Sometimes at night after having an edible or something, I feel like, watching a Disney movie. And you would go on Disney Plus and you would look at all the movies and be like, oh, I want to watch, especially if you have a girlfriend that's into Disney. You're like, I want to watch this or I want to watch that. But ever since Hulu and Disney combined, when you go on Disney Plus, it'll show Unreasonable Doubt, the show on Hulu, or Futurama. And I'm like, no, that should only be on Hulu. Like, I wish there was a way to filter what's on Disney Plus, so I'm only seeing Disney things. It's so off-putting when I see, like, The Bear and Futurama and Sons of Anarchy on Disney Plus. It just doesn't seem like the right place to have it. Just being honest here. And that's what I do here on Hoppe Hour. I'm always honest. Here's another thing. Growing up, I loved going to football games in high school. I was never good enough to play the sport, but I was always good enough to go to the games, and we were voted the best cheering section in Illinois, Hersey Orange Crush, John Hersey High School in Arlington Heights, Illinois. And what's funny about that is the colors were created in the 1960s when the Cleveland Browns were good. So we literally had orange and brown as our colors in Illinois. And it kind of describes my time in high school. But I loved going to games. I would smoke before, never drank, but I would smoke before. And then I would have fun and be out until like 1 a.m. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my little cousin Nathan, he is not so little now. He's a 17-year-old man. And he's on the football team, and they stream the games on YouTube. And last week I talked about how the one announcer gave me an existential crisis because he said that he was 6 years old in 2013, and that was the first time that team began 2-0. So I'm thinking here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm thinking like, oh, every game's going to have announcers. Well, the next game wasn't at home. It was at another high school, so they didn't have announcers. So I'm watching my little cousin play, and unfortunately, they lost 56-0. His team is good, but they lost 56-0 to a really good team. And they pulled out these starters in the second half. And I texted my cousin the next day because he saw my story of me sharing that I was watching the game on Instagram. And he goes, we got our effing ass kicked. And I said, hey, at least you guys didn't give up points in the second half. And he was like, oh, yeah, they took out all their starters. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. You guys lost bad. Sorry. I do love them, and I watch every game. But they had this annoying thing. So the rival team that was doing the home broadcast, they have the Hawks as their mascot, this high school that my cousin was playing against. And every single first down and every touchdown, over and over, and there were no announcers. So all you were hearing is first down, I'll just say it, Hoffman Estates. Touchdown, Hoffman Estates. Fourth down, Hoffman Estates defense. Over and over and over. And I went, it was reminding me of the Miami Heat whenever the announcer would get all kind of hyper and decorated 10 years ago. But I'm like, just because your name is the Hawks doesn't mean over and over again. You think this is annoying? I watched the game. My cousin's lucky that I love him. I'm just kidding. But yeah. And it's very fascinating. There's like no halftime show. What's weird about watching high school football is you forget how produced the NFL is. They have post-game shows, and they got everything going on. Everyone's hanging out. And then they got the announcers and blah, blah, blah. It's just straightforward football. Unless there's a timeout. There's no TV timeouts. There's no shots of, hey, there's Taylor Swift. Enough for her. I'll get to that later. The other thing I've noticed, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is the fact that the music that the millennials grew up with in the 2000s is now being considered classic hits. Because during the timeouts during my cousin's high school football game, the marching band came out and they did a marching band version of Crazy in Love by Beyonce. And to me, I still think that song's new because I remember hearing it for the first time on B96 about 21 years ago. And then to hear it like be played. Because like, think about it. When I was growing up in the 2000s and early 2010s, things from the 80s, that was the amount of time that is now between 2004 and 2024. So in the 2000s, a lot of music that was, remade or sampled was from the 80s. And now hearing all this 2000s nostalgia, it doesn't feel like it was that long ago. If you ever want a good existential crisis, just watch high school football. I can tell you that. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. Something else that is on my mind, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is the fact that Chicago Bear fans really need to grow up. Okay. So I've been watching the Chicago Bears on and off for 18 years. The first year I watched them was 2006 when they went to the Super Bowl. And I'm thinking, I heard about the 85 Bears growing up. This is going to be my team every year. Not at all. Enough of that creepy music. Well, I'm telling you right now, I've been watching them for 18 years, and it's rinse and repeat. They get a new cornerback, they get a new GM, they draft players, they get a new coach, and it's gone through Kyle Orton, it's gone through Jake Cutler, it's gone through Mitchell Trubisky, it's gone through Justin Fields, and they've gone through so many coaches. John Fox, the weird guy that was from Canada. They've gone through so many coaches, but it's never the owner's fault, and it drives me absolutely positively nuts that the McCaskey family, everybody talks about Jerry Jones or the Haslams in Cleveland. No one ever talks about how awful the McCaskies are. And whenever I watch the Bears, I'll watch them during prime time. I always get really mad. I'm starting to become more of a Bucs fan because Bucs fans are a little more realistic. I made this post. I think it's safe to say that the Chicago Bears will never be good ever again. The hashtag McCaskey family does not get enough heat for ruining this franchise. And oh my goodness, did I trigger the Chicago sports fans. First comment from this guy named Jeff Wright, who I went to a radio school with. Let's not go there. Time and patience are still needed. It's only Caleb's second game. Bro, he hasn't thrown a touchdown. He looks terrible, and the defense is leading him. I responded, I hope so. I rage posted this, but I still agree with it. I don't think he is going to be good. It just doesn't feel right. And then this guy named Rick Moore, who works at a warehouse, and he's friends with all these Chicago sports writers. Pump the brakes. Rookie QB, game 2. It's going to take a minute, but it'll be okay. I said the same was said for Kyle Orton, Cutler, Trubisky, and Fields, and he responds with a bunch of sports mumbo jumbo. Everybody was freaking out on this post, and I go, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to end up being right. It happens every single time. The Chicago Bears fans just want the team to be good. That's all they want. But it's never going to be good. Ever. If I'm wrong, I'll be so happy. But it's just the energy I feel. And when you live in Chicago and there's really nothing to do on a Sunday, that's what you live for. And it's an abusive relationship, being a Bears fan. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Bucs fans go, we had a lot of hard times. You also won 2 Super Bowls in this millennium. The Bears haven't won in 40 years and barely make the playoffs whenever. But I'm the bad guy for speaking the truth that nobody wants to hear. Ridiculous. It gets so bad that sometimes I see people miss Jay Cutler, and I go, are you out of your mind? Are you losing it? Are you guys that crazy? So, last week, Shannon Sharp released that, oh, Shannon. Yes, Michelle. I played the audio. He released when he didn't release it, he accidentally went live on Instagram while having sex while filming a table. All right. I've had some time to really think about this. To go live on Instagram, I'm going to do this play-by-play for you guys right now. It's not just like going live and doing whatever and blah, blah, blah. Here's how this goes. You click on the app, and then you got to click allow camera, and then you got to scroll over from video to live, and then you got to press the button to go live, and then you put it on a table. There is no way in hell, unless Shannon Sharpe is the stupidest person of all time. I'm not saying he's stupid, because he's smart, and he's one of the few analysts I actually like, but there is no way you accidentally went live. If it was maybe in your jeans pocket, sure, but just on the table, get the hell out of here. And here's what's making me think that he's trying to do a Kardashian thing. There's still a lot of homophobia in the world, and everyone's like, whoa, what if he's gay, blah, 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 da, da, da. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the gallery, is the fact that he's having everybody say that he's gay, and it's probably driving him off the wall. So he released it because he wants to show that he's having sex. And you know what else happened? You would think if you released a sex tape that you would move on from it. That you would go, oh, it happened, whatever. But now Shannon Sharpe is selling merchandise to the same sex tape that was accidentally went live. Now you're selling merchandise? This is a Kardashian move. You're a bitch. I like your show. I think you and Ocho Cinco do a great job, but I think you do a good job calling out Stephen A. Smith. But not only are you a LeBron apologist and kiss ass, you're a bitch. You're selling merchandise that goes, Michelle, that's my Michelle, because that's what you were saying during sex. That's so corny, bro. And this is from complex.com. This isn't just some fake news site. I'm not going to even read the article because I don't feel like getting infuriated. It just doesn't feel right. I just don't know how you would accidentally go live on Instagram. You don't. Now, if you accidentally pocket dial, that's one thing. But to go live on Instagram, for some people out there that haven't gone live on Instagram, you have to do a lot. You really, really do. It's not just, oh, I'm live on Instagram. You got to accept a few things and scroll to the right. That was a publicity stunt. And we all fell for it. Now, I want to talk about something else too, and I want to hear your calls, and I'll talk about this and play your voicemails on my next show, 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. What is the protocol? What is the etiquette to spoiler alerts? Because I like to watch the Power universe on Stars. There's Power Force, which is with the character Tommy that I try to emulate myself after. And then there's Power with Tariq, which is the kid from the first Power. And then there's Power Raising Kanan, which is kind of based off of 50 Cent's life very lightly. There are 4 shows that are hip-hop centric gangster shows. And on Fridays on Stars, they release new episodes that are going to premiere Sunday live on the Stars channel. And I'll see spoiler alerts on my social media when the episode is dropped on a Friday. And I go, whoa, 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 whoa. It's dropped at like midnight. So Thursday night going into Friday. People have to work and do things. Now, I haven't watched the episode. So if I see something that happened, I already kind of have an inkling that a cop might have got killed. But I'm telling you, there needs to be a proper etiquette about spoiler alerts. Like, obviously, now that I'm recording on Tuesday, September 17th, and that episode aired on Sunday, September 15th, it's fair game. But there needs to be a proper etiquette. We can't just have this going on here. This monologue, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, has been the first world problem monologue. Now, I've been getting a lot of messages on my show, and I was debating, do I want to read the hater comments? But then I think about Howard Stern and Rover's Morning Glory and all the radio shows where they only read positive messages. And I went, that doesn't seem fair. So I made this new production for Hoppe's Inbox.
It's time for Hoppe's Inbox, only on Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
So we're going to go through my inbox and see what the hell people are saying about me. So I made this post here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that I was pretty proud of. And I was literally in my feels when I wrote this. I was. I got a vasectomy 2 years ago. And sometimes when I see how crazy the world is, I can't even imagine being a parent in 2024. Shout out to everyone that gets it done. And I posted this at 11:16 at night on Saturday because there was a shooting at Citrus Park Mall. So I was in my feels thinking about if I had a kid who was 14 years old that was shot at a movie theater, how I would feel. So I'm literally applauding the parents who are getting it done. Again, I got a vasectomy 2 years ago, and sometimes when I see how crazy the world is, I can't even imagine being a parent in 2024. Shout out to everyone that gets it done. One comment. Best decision I ever made. Another one. I got it done also. Another one. We should have had a vasectomy party. But then here's one. The problem is, bro, when you get my age and realize you're only getting older, you're going to need somebody to take care of you, and my kids have already started. Obviously, I think about that when I'm 80 years old in my mansion, that I'll probably be dead for a month until somebody finds me. But that, to me, a lot of times when people have kids, they're doing it because they feel like they had to. And I'll get to some more of the comments, but there seemed to be an overall jealousy. I'm not saying from everybody, but there seemed to be an overall jealousy that I planned ahead 2 years ago, that I don't want kids, and I like it raw with the right girls. So the fact is I was preparing ahead of time. So I got this comment as well, and this was just fascinating to me because I'm literally applauding the parents. Do you have kids? If not, how do you know you won't change your mind? I mean, because I don't want to have kids. I don't want to get up at 4 a.m. and have a kid crying. There's literally nothing positive about it. And a lot of times, I think a lot of parents, especially single dads, yeah, they love their kid, but they see that, like, I'm 31 years old and I'm just single and living my life. And I think I don't want to say it drives them nuts because I don't want to sound like a narcissist. But then I got this tweet. Somebody told me these statements, because I put that Facebook post, I put it on Twitter. This guy goes, that statement has never been said by anybody successful. And he was a single dad who posted it on Twitter. So I said, right here, it's actually better that I know that I don't want to have kids than bring them into the world. I see that you are a parent, so obviously you are pro kids and think that it's necessary and judge me for it. That's fine. I always pull out and painted a Picasso water emoji. And he goes, charming. And he goes, yeah, because I schooled you, bitch. I'm responsible. You got a kid in your picture and you look lost in life. I'm not trying to judge you, but you're judging me, so screw off. Also, a picture of me and Meredith from Wild at 94.1 and 98.7 The Shark, and she goes, it was great working with you. It was. We worked at Metro PCS on Saturday. She is one of the best females in all of morning radio, not just Tampa, but all of the country. Meredith is very legit. Interesting stuff. Sometimes when I make a Facebook post, I say to myself, I know it's going to get a reaction. But sometimes I don't know what the reaction is. Like, I could literally say, I just figured out the cure for cancer. And someone would be like, took you long enough. It's always the same type of dude that gets into my inbox and says something rude. It's always somebody who hates their life, who works a 9 to 5, and they think because I used to get teased on radio shows that they're a part of the cool kids, man, that they're awesome, that they're a part of the club. When they don't realize that their radio heroes don't care about them and aren't impressed. Also, I got a response on my video about Dave Grohl cheating on his wife and knocking up a girl and not getting a vasectomy or something. And some guy comments, "Did you need to make a video about this? He's living his life. Get a life, buddy." Yeah, he's knocking up other women. He shouldn't be married. Another comment on my video about Kayla Nicole, the ex of Travis Kelce, which is one of my highest viewed videos ever on YouTube. And I called Taylor Swift a plain Jane because she is. And this woman goes, "She is no plain Jane." You're probably a heterosexual Swiftie that's not attracted to women. I'm just telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that she's not attractive. This is going to sound a little mean and a little rude, but I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if there were 10 girls at a bar and Taylor Swift was one of them, she's the one you talk to after you're rejected 4 times in a row. She has no body. She has a very fake, annoying personality where she thinks she's better than everybody. And she makes songs about how it's everybody else's fault but never her. Yeah. If you really break it down, she sounds like such a catch. 856-49-HOPPY. 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. This show is for the hardworking average Joe and Jane that grind in life. I don't care if you live in the UK or the US, as long as you're listening to my show, that's all that matters. We will be right back on Hoppe Hour after this. Do not touch that radio dial or that streaming device. However the hell you're listening to my show, we'll be right back. Hang on.
Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Alrighty. In honor of me ranting about the Bears, here was the good old days. This song is called Amplified, and it was played on B96 almost 18 years ago.
Bears football! Pocket closes, hit in the chest, and down he goes! Snap to Grossman, handing off, Thomas Jones! Handing off, benching up the middle at the 5, throws down to the 3rd, Bailey inside the 5, to the goal line, end zone! Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown Bears! Bear fans, your dream is reality. Begin the migration to Miami and Super Bowl 41. And another one!
Just like this back in 85, Sundays, the day the city comes alive. Dominating every game on Lakeshore Drive. One way to Miami, enjoy the ride. Non-stop, like a runaway train. The #1 D, and we bringing the pain. All in with the blitz and we stopping the run. There's no Super Bowl shuffle till the job is done.
I don't even know where to begin, cause nowhere are the Bears stand on either side of the pigskin. Racking up the touchdowns and field goals is sick. The Bears bumping hits like B96. We got a quarterback with an arm like a laser. A set of linebackers be shocking them like tasers. Everyone in my city get ready for the ride. Something about these Bears got me amplified. Yo, why is everybody so amplified? Amplified, throughout the shot. It's the Bears, yo, it's the Bears. It's the Bears, yo, it's the Bears. Said, why is everybody so amplified? Amplified, throughout the shot. It's the Bears, yo, it's the Bears. It's the Bears, yo, it's the Bears. 11? Nope. 11 beasts in Chicago, full throttle, popping offenses, bobble. Defenses crumble, stumble all day. When they come to play, the monsters of the midway. Respect the team that paint the city orange and blue. Love you running in another ring is past due. The Bears repping the shy when visitors pass through. An offense that's stacked in the defense. Ooh.
It's halftime, refuel the tank, then snap, hold, that's 3 in the bank. You tuned in, B96, AP Lou Rocks, who you vibing with? One coach, one team, one city, we all living the dream. Bears fans, you gotta rep your orange and blue. The new shake at the lake, this is how we do. Hey, yo, everybody so amplified, amplified. Watch your shot. It's the Bears, y'all, it's the Bears. It's the Bears, y'all, it's the Bears. Said, why is everybody so amplified, amplified? Watch your shot. It's the Bears, y'all, it's the Bears. It's the Bears, y'all, it's the Bears.
I'd be running scared if my jersey read 18 on the 4th of February. No mercy, Bears team defense descends offenses. The senseless, defenseless when Rex connects relentless.
Shh, be quiet. Proving all the haters wrong and they can't deny it. Everybody in the shot getting all excited. We're making history, critics bad at riding.
All day without a Wale, pounded with fences, swole like Thomas Jones and money like Robbie Gould. Making all the ponies fold when Lovey's Bears around. No love for horseshoes, I'm prepared for Chi-Town.
To the true Bears fan where the love is endless. 21 years now, it's time to end this. Bring the chip back to the city where the wind blows. First black coach winning Super Bowl. Hey, yo, everybody so amplified, amplified. Watch your shot. It's the Bears, y'all, it's the Bears. It's the Bears, y'all, it's the Bears. Said, why is everybody so amplified, amplified? Watch your shot. It's the Bears, y'all, it's the Bears. It's the Bears, y'all, it's the Bears. AP, Lou Rock, the greatest team for the greatest fans in the greatest city in the world. And you got it locked to Chicago's hits and hip hop. Bears 96, Super Bowl 41.
Get it? B96, Bears 96. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This following segment has been brought to you by Mitra-9.com. When I tell you that they are the best kava and kratom around, I am a man of my words. Go to Mitra-9.com and at checkout, use keyword Hoppe.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Now for something completely different.
Did you know that Ryan Hoppe got a vasectomy? Well, now you know, and we aren't even sure why we told you. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Ryan's tall like the sky, 6'9" he's fly. From Chicago to the Bay, in St. Pete he'll stay. Talk of love and fame, dating life's his game. News on stars he spills, with laughter fills. Hoppe Hour, all you need. Rich and Ely, take a seat. Ryan's got the groove. Hoppe Hour makes you move.
Here comes the best part.
A cat by his side.
Meow.
In Florida they reside.
856
Stories
49 Hoppe. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com.
Celebrity world exposed. Hoppe Hour in your soul.
Oh, Hoppe Hot Topic. Oh, Hoppe Hot Topic.
We have so much to get into. What's going on with Lil Wayne?
In February,
It's Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans with halftime show performer Kendrick Lamar.
I can't believe it's Super Bowl 59. It doesn't feel like there's been 59 Super Bowls. I know I wasn't around for like 35 of them, but...
There was controversy as many thought Lil Wayne should have been the choice. Now the New Orleans...
Lil Wayne can't even perform. First of all, Lil Wayne wouldn't show up on time. I've seen him twice in concert. And yeah, rappers are notorious for being late. But Lil Wayne's like next level late. So first of all, he wouldn't be there on time. And second of all, he sounds horrendous live. I'm a huge Lil Wayne fan. I saw him in 2015 and he was okay live. I saw him in 2017 and he was no good.
There was controversy as many thought Lil Wayne should have been the choice. Now the New Orleans native is breaking his silence.
Why you say he's offended by this?
To get strength, and to get strength enough to do this without breaking.
That was his statement right there. You want that performing at the halftime show? And I love Lil Wayne. But what we're listening to is old Lil Wayne. You ever think about that? If you're listening to old music, that was produced 20 years ago. But him live?
To do this without breaking.
I'm so offended. I've done so much lean and so much codeine and cough syrup.
Thanks celebs who rallied around him. Nicki Minaj seemingly blamed halftime show co-producer Jay-Z, tweeting, "One took a knee, the other took the bag."
Oh, Nicki, shut up. You're literally married to a sex offender. You have no credibility.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Of course, Jay-Z's wife, Mrs. Carter, was actually the last singer to perform a halftime show in New Orleans.
I feel like I let all of y'all down by not getting that opportunity.
You let us down, Lil Wayne, by showing up to your concerts 45 minutes late and doing 25 minutes and leaving, and then not making any good music since about 2014. You didn't let us down by not getting selected. You're just realizing that you're not all that. And I'm a huge Lil Wayne fan, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But I'm telling you that it is absolutely, positively out of this world that people were mad that he wasn't selected. He didn't earn anything. What has he done? His last 3 albums were horrendous. Yeah, Rich as F. Yeah, Steady Mobbin'. Yeah, Fireman, Lollipop, Mrs. Officer. They're all good songs, but they were all produced almost at the minimum 15, 17 years ago. He's not the same person. He's done so much codeine. When I saw him at Janice Live in St. Pete, he almost died that night. I almost saw Lil Wayne's last concert. Oh. I see this headline here. It's about Dave Grohl. Naughty Dave Grohl. Whoa, a rock star cheated on his wife? No.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Who would have thought?
Dave Grohl recently admitted to cheating on his wife, Jordan Blum, and having a baby with his mistress.
You're saying mistress singularly. He's had 100 of them probably. She's not the only singular mistress. This wasn't the first time he stepped out.
Since then, a lot of drama has come to light.
Yeah, I can only imagine the Grohl household is probably not ideal to be in right now.
Dave told Q Magazine in 2007 that when he met his wife at a bar in 2001, he stared at her going, quote, "You're my future ex-wife."
That should be a red flag right there. Also, I know he's got a relatability to dirtbags. Because I've noticed people online, when I've talked about Dave Grohl, all the dirtbag fans were like, no, you can't say that. It's kind of similar to when people worship edgy talk shows or morning radio. They're scumbags that cheat on their wife. You don't want to meet your heroes. Trust me. I've met all my radio heroes. Most of them were asswipes that were narcissists that treated people badly. You can be a really good performer and a really good friend or whatever and still be a bad person.
Page Six could exclusively reveal that it seems to be Dave's go-to pickup line, being that a woman named Alex told us that he hit on her using the exact same tactic in September of 2013. The New York Post also exclusively reported that the Foo Fighters frontman had grown close with adult industry actress Annalise Nielsen.
Yeah. Now all these girls are coming out. I slept with him. You have no credibility either. You're like Nicki Minaj.
Also known as the alt-porn goddess.
Ugh. She looks like she'd be fun, but just You ever realize this? I want to talk to my younger audience because I speak to a lot of Gen Z. If you're hooking up with a girl, and I know this from experience, or you're dating a girl that's really hot and she's always right and she talks bad about her exes or her father all the time, I don't care how good in bed she is and how good she cooks. It's not somebody you date. And the girl, this Annabelle girl that he was hooking up with, Dave Grohl, has that vibe.
Her ex-roommate Tyler Abman shared that it was very weird when he saw them very close on the couch in 2018.
Yeah. How do I say this politely? When you work in media, a lot of times you'll be recognized in a smaller city for working in media. And there's been times with things I've been associated with where people will message me and go, was this person married? Because I saw his car parked outside of a house. That's kind of what Dave Grohl did. Cheating on your wife.
Saying, quote, I obviously knew who he was when I walked in. I felt uncomfortable knowing he has family and children, and I left.
Yeah, I'd leave too.
Even though Annalise did not deny her bond with Dave, she told...
It's not a bond. You got to be politically correct in 2024. You sleep around a lot. There's no bond. You guys just had sex. You're a side chick.
Told the Post that they had a brief friendship. The founder of the Gods...
Oh, real friendship. You guys give life advice.
Girl's website shared that she met Dave through friends of friends, but another source claims that Annalise used to be very open about her ties with the rocker.
Yeah, because you got nothing else going for you. You're just another side chick that sleeps around. Whoa. Congratulations. You're a terrible person. Probably fun in bed, but a terrible person. Like I said before, if you see a girl that always talks bad about other men, when you break up with that girl, she'll talk bad about you, gentlemen.
Saying, quote, she had pictures. She had a relationship with him for years. She would say, he paid for all my bills. It's like, why are you telling us this?
Oh, daddy issues are such a real thing.
The insider also alleged that they were once spotted together at the goth club Bar Sinister in Los Angeles.
And everybody's afraid to speak out about it. I've been around it when people are cheating on their wives. Everyone's like, I don't know what to do because that person's got a lot of power and a lot of fans.
Annalise did, however, deny being the mistress in Dave's latest cheating scandal. Amidst all the chaos, Kate...
Whatever. 856-49-HOBBY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. Now for the most sensitive person in Hollyweird, Cardi B.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
She clapped back at haters, which means she's sensitive.
Cardi B is clapping back at critics who think it's too soon to be working out after having a baby. The Bodak Yellow singer welcomed her third child with her estranged husband Offset on September 7th. She shared the happy news via Instagram 5 days later, writing, quote, the prettiest little thing. Well, just a few days later, Cardi took to her Instagram stories to share footage of herself working out on a Stairmaster machine. The clip made the rounds on X, formerly known as Twitter.
You can stop saying formerly known as Twitter. Every reporter, we know it's X now. It's old news.
Where a fan writes, quote, it's barely been a week. Yo, the pressure women in the industry are under, insane. Cardi defends her decision to get back in the gym with a lengthy reply, writing, quote, this is my third baby and postpartum is a little different from my first two. I'm not doing heavy lifting, no muscle straining, squatting, none of that, just cardio. She further explains, quote, sometimes to avoid postpartum depression, you gotta keep your mind busy, and for me, that's work and staying active.
Why is this anybody's business? I know you're a public figure and you want attention, but why are you letting that message get to you? It's the same thing with the vasectomy people. Yeah, I responded to it, but it's like you're living your own life.
But you know what's funny? Y'all dragged me down when I gained 15 pounds because I was 5 months pregnant, but now y'all fake concerned and want to talk about pressure. Y'all
think Cardi, it's all nonsense. Pay attention to your kids.
Said I was pregnant to avoid working. Now that you see I am still at it, it's something else. The rapper adds, quote, so yeah, I'm taking this personal, but it's for me because either way, y'all are going to have something to say. It seems it was just a misunderstanding though, because
Because why?
Fan replies to Cardi again, this time with an apology. The fan writes,
"Oh, I love when people do that." Seen it all over social media. Somebody will say something mean, and then you respond, and then they're like, I didn't mean it. No, you did.
It's quote, "I genuinely didn't mean any harm," and the tweet was,
"No, you meant harm. Shut up."
It was never an indictment on you, but rather society's expectations of women and snapback culture. Cardi takes it in stride, writing back, quote, "Totally, babe. And I do agree about society and pressure. I just was never the type to care about snapback after birth."
It's always weird when you get into an argument with somebody, and then I'm going to move on from this, and then it's like you kind of come to a handshake at the end, because then the person realizes that you're a human being, and then you realize that you were being a little over the top. It's interesting.
Here's why Britney Spears will likely still pay child support to ex Kevin Federline after their youngest son's 18th birthday. The pop princess is expected to continue sending payments to Kevin, despite the fact that the former couple's children are no longer minors.
I see a comment here from a woman on the comment section. "Why can't Kevin get a job? Why does he have to mooch off of her? Why is it when a man does it, they're crucified? But when a woman mooches off the man, they're just being a mother?"
Their eldest son, Sean Preston Federline, turns 19 on September 14th, while Jaden James Federline turned 18 on September 12th. Britney's likely to provide financial support until Jaden reaches a certain milestone. As Kevin's lawyer, Mark Vincent Kaplan, explains to People magazine in a September 13th statement, child support jurisdiction continues until the minor child reaches the age of 18, or if upon their 18th birthday they have not yet graduated high school, it continues until they graduate high school.
You know, she's like waiting until it's over with.
But in no event later than their 19th birthday. As he states, the child support in this case for Jaden is being paid consistent with that law. His graduation for high school will be in November.
I wonder what Kevin Federline does for a living, because you know he's freaking out a little bit that the money won't be coming in.
E! News has reached out to Britney's rep but has not received a comment. The 42-year-old has been candid about how much she cares for her sons, despite the family's difficult relationship.
Duh, she's a human being and a mother. People are so surprised.
In June 2023, she posted a throwback photo on Instagram showing her holding son Jaden, captioned with 2 tulip emojis. The post came shortly after it was revealed that Jaden and Sean would be relocating to Hawaii with their father and his family, including...
Yeah, you know, there's got to be that weird tension where I'm seeing a picture here of Kevin Federline and his new wife. She's like a manlier looking version of Britney. He definitely likes blondes.
Stepmother Victoria Prince and the...
Oh, yeah. She's a good stepmom.
Couple's 2 young daughters. Kevin's attorney told People magazine at the time that the move was an opportunity for Kevin and his wife, and the boys are ready to get away from the LA microscope.
Yeah. Seems to be what a lot of celebrities are doing, getting away from LA.
As for Sean and Jaden, the brother...
Although, don't just think because you're leaving LA that the paparazzi won't stop.
Kevin and his wife and the boys are ready to get away from the LA microscope. As for Sean and Jaden, the brothers have stayed mostly out of the spotlight throughout their childhood, although they did share more about their relationship with their mother in a 2022 ITV documentary. As Jaden stressed, he and his big bro have, quote, no hate toward their mom.
Why would you? She gave birth to you. I love these headlines where they're almost acting like Cardi B or Britney Spears aren't human.
But explained that it would take a lot of time and effort to mend their relationship.
Yeah, you know, it's not easy having her as a mom. It's psychopath.
Jaden stated in the doc, I 100% think this can be fixed. It's just going to take a lot of time and effort.
And it depends on if Britney wants to put in the effort.
I just want her to get better mentally. When she gets better, I really want to see her again.
Yeah, so pretty much they're like, get your crap together and then hit me up. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. This next headline cracks me up because it tells us that Ariana Grande is a side chick.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Ethan Slater is officially divorced. According to court documents obtained by TMZ September 13th, the Broadway actor and his estranged wife, Lily J, have settled their divorce. The outlet reports that the terms of the settlement, which have been signed off by a New York judge, are currently sealed. This news comes over a year after Ethan began dating Ariana Grande in July 2023.
So he cheated.
The same month
And she's a side chick.
He filed for divorce. The Tony-nominated actor and Lily began dating in 2012 while they were both in high school.
Yeah, and the funny part is she's going to get rid of him now. She probably liked him because he was with somebody and blah, 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 da, da, da. And then he's going to end up breaking up with Ariana and then having nobody.
Before moving to New York City for Ethan to pursue his Broadway career, the couple went on to welcome their first child together, a baby boy, in 2022.
Oh my God, the girl is so much taller than him.
Ethan then met and began dating Ariana in July 2023 after meeting on the set of the film adaptation of the Broadway show Wicked.
I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that if Ariana Grande was not famous, she'd be a side chick hanging out at a steakhouse looking for her hubby.
During filming, Ariana also separated from her husband, Dalton Gomez, after 2 years of marriage.
So she's a cheater, and this guy, Ethan, is a cheater. They're perfect for each other. You know what happens when a relationship begins on cheating? It ends with cheating. It's like a boomerang. What comes around goes around.
With a source confirming to E! News at the time that the singer had only begun dating her co-star following her split, noting that Ethan and Ariana, quote, were both separated before they got together.
Oh, sure. There was no collusion there. I love when they say that. It's my favorite thing when they say that. Oh, there was no cheating at all. It's kind of like back in the day, Miley Cyrus and that girl, I forget the name of it. I ranted about it every day. She waited until she was officially done with Liam Hemsworth before dating the girl.
However, Ethan's estranged wife later spoke out to offer her side of the story.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Telling Page 6 in a July 2023 interview, Ariana's the story really, not a girl's girl. My family is just collateral damage.
Nice.
Since beginning their relationship, Ariana and Ethan have chosen to keep their romance rather private. However, that hasn't stopped the pop star's big brother, Frankie Grande, from singing Ethan's praises. Telling 2Fab back in June, I love
Oh, here comes this moron. Frankie Grande. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody's ever gone, oh my God, I'm such a fan of Frankie Grande. Sounds like a drink at Starbucks.
Back in June, I love him. He's a very sweet guy. Honestly, I've always just said this. All I want is for my sister to be happy. When she's happy, I'm happy.
So, if she were to tell you to quit riding off her clout, would you be happy then? Mm-hmm. Speaking of a relationship that began on infidelity.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
These maniacs.
Justin and Hailey Bieber are celebrating another major milestone.
Oh, they found another side chick?
Weeks after announcing they welcomed their first child together, Jack Blues Bieber, on August 22nd, Hailey and Justin are now celebrating their 6th wedding anniversary.
I wonder if they've been staying together and loyal, or if there's been a little bit of cheating. Just a little bit.
With the Roadskin founder sharing an inside look with her followers on social media. Posting to her Instagram stories on September 14th, the 27-year-old shows off gold, heart-shaped balloons that read, "Love you."
All right. I have that saying on this show. If I'm bored, you're bored. So we're going to take a break.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Yeah, Drizzy, baby. You already know what it is. It's the first time I'm high. It's the first time I smoked in like 3 months. I'm sorry, Mom, I had to do it to him. 40, I see you. Oh, I see you, homie. I stayed late tonight, right? You know what happened when I stay late. Yeah. Boy Wonder. I swear it's like this every single time. Toronto, I got you. I got us. Yeah. I'm a hog, gotta get along with, get on the song with. When shit be going right, well, I just flip into the wrong shit. The team that I belong to, the artists I put on with. Don't ever ask for nothing, cause them niggas got their own shit. Me and Weezy like a mouthful of hot peppers. Black Ferrari with the red seats, I call it playing checkers. I'm never doing verses, I'm forever giving lectures. If you're trying to meet with money, I'd be happy to connect ya. Life is better than it's ever been. Scheduling $1 million meetings with the president. Someone cut the lights on, where is Thomas Edison? Got a new condo, watch me as I settle in. I deserve an MTV show for me and my people. And if you're trying to zone, I got a whole swish of sweet food. Rappers all liars and they women are deceitful. Adding to they subtract me, I never be an equal. Last place Drizzy is the nigga in the lead now. Weezy told me just write every single thing you need down. Then he got it for me and I'm happy as can be now. About to start balling like I'm coming off a rebound. Yeah, and I should have the most bragging rights because a nigga spit crack, bag it tight. Hate when rappers say they trying to get their swagger right, cause I done came with more fire than a dragon fight. Fuck you, pussy ass hater, you should do you. You ain't heard of me, then you should go and get a Blue's Clue. Oops, I mean a red clue. Wayne's here, Sue Woo. Betty felt that like the end of a pool cue. But I ain't banging, I ain't waving no flag. I'm ATF, but they ain't seeing no badge. It's Heartbreak Drake, I hate to see him so sad. I could son you, see a little me and your dad. I'm the same yellow boy that used to play up on the grass. He can pocket 20,000 to be anywhere they ask me. Cash like Johnny, banks like Ashley. Burning like a camel light, stupid hoe ash me. But don't ask me shit about me. And know the game really ain't shit without me. She might have to pay me, but I dick her down free. Wanna know if it's the truth, then pull the zipper down the seat. No homo though. Yeah. I'm going in. Drizzy, I got us. This is my promise. I'ma bring that barrel to them bitches' eyeliners. And what I make up would fuck up your skin. I pick the buck up and buck, then buck again. I would fuck your friend, then suck up her twin. I put the buck up to him, then buck and buck again. Suck nut, you duck, fuck your unloving kin. Now don't rub it in like Lubriderm on a new tattoo. I had to kick my princess up out my castle. Dad who? Never had that dude. Always had a black too. Even when I was at school, cause bullies aren't bulletproof. Red scarf hoodie too. Probably ain't as hood as you. Stupid motherfucker, the only thing in the hood is you. I do everything good as you know. I do everything better. I get paid for every letter A, B, C, etc. Fetch a bone. Like a dog, motherfucker, I am gone for your neck in a sec, bring it back like work in the trunk. And my exit coming up, yeah, I am headed to the buck like buck again. Might fly to LA and just fuck Corinne. Nah, I fuck Corinne, let's get bucks again. And fucking spend them bucks and then just fuck Corinne. If I told you I'ma do it, I did it. Got my city on my fitted, bout to pop out, let's get it, motherfucker, what you waiting on? It is about a minute past piston, I'm about to get shitty. I'm with it if money is the it you want me with. And I probably just spit on the chick you won't be with. And I hate a bony bitch, only like I'm only thick. And I own hip hop, if you don't spit I'm gon' evict. And I just sold a lot of property to a buyer. And I think his name was kinda like Drake Drizzy Rogers. Or Drizzy Drake Rogers, I'm too busy to play father. And when it comes to the game, I'm too willing to play harder. So harder I go, there he go. They chant MVP when I shoot a free throw. CEO, jazz what they do. The haters on their face and in their asses a shoe. Faster than you, badder than you, radder than you, etc. I told you I get paid by the letter like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, C, top. Yes, he rock. And me and Drizzy both wrote on Detox. That was just a footnote. How long can he could go? Wondering when he stop, bitch, when the beat stop. So I'ma keep rocking to the sheetrock, bend in the heat. I send burn skin. The end.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Oh yeah. Let me do my rock DJ voice. Yeah, this is Hoppe Hour. This following segment has been brought to you by the best Delta 8 CBD honey around at dzbzhoney.com. And at checkout, use keyword Hoppe, Hoppe, to save 20% on the best lollipop. Lick the lollipop, the rapper. I say that every time. The best honey sticks or a jar of honey that has Delta 8 and CBD. Why wouldn't you get it? DZBZHoney.com. This is also being brought to you by Fortify.com, FORTIFEYE.com. The best pre and post workout in the game. And at checkout, use keyword Ryan20. FORTIFEYE.com. Again, keyword Ryan20.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio.
If a radio show was an energy drink, it would be Hoppe Hour.
And now for something completely different.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
H-O-P-P-E radio, let's go. Money by itself, we still the show. Hoppe Hour, wake the crowd. Mic's on fire, volume real loud. Ryan bringing heat like a summer sun. Morning show podcast, time for fun. Turn it up, this Hoppe Hour. Ryan got that podcast power. Syndicated, we go global. Living large, never staying local. Syndicated, dream for coast to coast.
856
Hoppe, host with the
49 Hoppe.
Podcast radio.
856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com.
Never staying local.
We have so much to get into, so let's do it.
Whoa! Hoppe Hot Topic!
What the hell is going on with Jesse Williams?
Jesse Williams is reigniting his custody battle with his ex-wife, Erin Drake Lee. The Grey's Anatomy alum filed a request on September 10th to change their custody agreement over 10-year-old daughter Sadie and 9-year-old son Maceo.
Man, I'm not trying to bring up my vasectomy again, but it's so nice not having to deal with baby mama drama.
Alleging that his ex-wife has been, quote, gatekeeping their kids from him for the last 7 years. Jesse says in a signed court declaration obtained by E! News September 13th, I have never refused Erin access to the children. I constantly try to exemplify normal, healthy co-parenting behavior in the hope that she will see it works better than chaos and conflict.
Nothing's worse than when a mom doesn't like the husband, like maybe he cheated or something, and then they hold the kids against them. You're literally a deadbeat mom. People talk about deadbeat dads. That's being a deadbeat.
He continues in the court documents, Erin's conduct is the opposite, designed to frustrate my custody and impair my relationship with the children. And
it doesn't matter what happens in your relationship that shouldn't hurt their relationship with their father.
He has no concern of the impact her conduct has on our children. The 43-year-old says Erin would often weaponize access to the children, including disrupting his FaceTime calls with the kids and excluding him from their after-school activities.
That's just being a dirty, rotten, I'll just say it, bitch. I mean, yeah, maybe he cheated. Maybe he did something that caused the breakup. But when you hold the kids against them, you're just making yourself look like the pig that you are.
Jesse is requesting that his and his ex-wife's custody schedule, which was set in 2017, shortly after he filed for divorce to end their marriage of nearly 5 years, be altered to have the kids at his house Wednesday to Friday and at Erin's place Monday to Wednesday.
Seems fair.
With the former couple splitting weekends evenly.
Mm-hmm. That's how it should be.
According to the actor, the current schedule is unnecessarily challenging for our children and causes unnecessary interactions between me and Erin.
Okay, that's where you need to grow up a little bit. It's like, I used to produce the radio show Miggs and Swig on 102.5 The Bone, and Ben Swig has a book called My Happy Divorce with him and Nikki DiBartolo. It's a great book, and it's about how you need to get along as even divorcees because of your kids. That's where Jesse's being a tool, is where he's saying he doesn't want to be around his ex. You got to be around it if you have kids.
It's unnecessarily challenging for our children and causes unnecessary interactions between me and Erin. He writes in the court docs, a 50-50 custody schedule is in the children's best interests. There is no question that spending more time with me is in the children's best interests.
Yeah. It says here in the comment section that he waited 7 years to do this. The whole thing's very weird. Sounds like he doesn't like being around the mom.
The children benefit from the love and stability I provide them, and they continually ask to spend more time with me. Accusing Aaron of having a, quote, personal vendetta against him, Jesse argues that updating the current custody agreement is one of several ways the court can stop the pattern of rewarding Aaron's toxic, obstructive behavior.
See, that's the problem. Like, I get that she is doing that, but you don't say it. You're supposed to kill them with kindness. Like, do you think when you're writing that in the court papers that she's like, oh, I'm willing to give them up? Come on now.
He adds, the children and I are crazy about each other, and we have a deeply loving, active, and closely bonded relationship.
I bet the kids text their dad and they're like, Mom's being a bitch again.
There is absolutely no reason why Aaron should have more custodial time with the children than me.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Oh, but kids are such a thing that's worth having. Talk to every single dad. Oh, I wish I didn't do it. But I make a post about it. No, you got to have kids. Why? Because you want me to be miserable too? Get the hell out of here.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
This next headline made me laugh.
At chains across the country, dining out is in.
Juicy beef and melty cheese. All these toppings will make you say sheesh.
Fast food establishments reclaiming their reputation for low prices with the deals that just keep on coming.
Oh, the news does this every day about the fast food places bringing back their sort of cheaper prices. The only reason people want the fast food because it was cheap. I say this every time. Inflation's been the best for me because it taught me that I'm going to just go, work out. And if I'm going to pay $15 for food, I'm not getting a Big Mac and fries. I'm going to go to Publix or something.
McDonald's now extending its popular $5 value meal through December.
Whoa! You think people are going to come back in January? And I love when people go, oh, but you got to use the app. You got to use the app. Wow, so I can text and drive and order ahead of time? I shouldn't have to use an app to save money on food that's literally clay. Get the hell out of here.
Plus, offering special deals for National Cheeseburger Day next week. And in November, 10 nuggets for just $1.
That's how it should be. You're fast food. You're not cuisine. You're garbage.
I know we appreciate this meal deal in my family of 3.
Dunkin' diving in too with a sandwich, hash browns, and medium coffee for just $6.
Now, that's not a bad deal at all. But I look at it and I just think about you shouldn't do that while on a long drive because you got to go to the bathroom. At least for me, the feeling of coffee hits me like fiber. So when I've been seeing the billboards for that, for a croissant, hash browns, and a coffee, you better hope that there's no taking bathroom stalls, because that's going to be something where if you're working a 9 to 5 and you're in the middle of a meeting, you're like, oh, I shouldn't have got that $6 meal.
And at Dairy Queen, as temperatures drop, so are blizzard prices. The chain rolling out a buy one, get one deal. It comes as more than 80% of Americans now consider a drive-through meal a luxury.
Duh, it's expensive. It's ridiculous how expensive it is. I used to be able to feed myself with $7. Get like 4 McDoubles, because I'm a big guy. I'm 6'9".
That's according to a recent Lending Tree survey. And food away from home up 4% from this time last year, according to the latest data.
Consumers have become much more discerning and careful how they balance their budgets.
Yeah, you don't want to spend $25 at McDonald's, because a lot of times whenever I've dated girls, they go, well, you eat a lot. Because I'm 6'9". It takes a lot to feed me. I can't just have a burger.
But that's not defeated them.
And casual restaurants have taken note. Applebee's kicking off the football season with 50-cent wings and cocktail specials. Its CEO looking for ways to stand out among the competition.
So we know right now that our guests are looking for value.
The CEOs are the worst because they're the ones that have all the money. I can't stand boomer CEOs.
And what we don't offer,
what is good food,
is getting your burger in a bag, but it's the experience that we offer.
What's the experience? I literally saw my friend Sale, who I interviewed on this show in June. He went to McDonald's and he got a McGriddle and the cheese and egg wasn't inside of it. Is that the experience? Waiting in a drive-thru and being talked down to by people that hate their life? Oh, what an experience. Forget about going to Hawaii on a vacation. No. Forget about going to, let's say, the Midwest, or forget about going to Niagara Falls. No. Go to McDonald's. What an experience that is.
At Chili's, a $10.99 meal deal accounted for about 60% of sales growth last quarter.
All right, so now they're just going through all the commercials and all the food. And I haven't ate today, and it's making me hungry. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. So I talked about Cardi B being a little sensitive. I guess Lady Gaga is just as sensitive. Mm-hmm.
Happy hot topic.
I saw this headline. It's cracked me up.
Next up, Lady Gaga revealing she always believed in the applause, even when nobody else did. A recent TikTok going viral showcasing, this is a screenshot of an old Facebook page called Stephanie Germanotta, that's Gaga's name. You will never be famous. It was fun.
Yeah, I had a lot of haters growing up, so I get the whole proving the haters thing wrong. But it just doesn't feel fun when you prove haters wrong, because then they'll find something else to hate on. They're not just going to stop.
Followed by another slide that listed all of Gaga's many, many awards.
She's got to be a troubled person to do this. Because I was made fun of on radio shows. I was made fun of growing up, and I'm doing very well. I don't care. I want new people. She must have had a very bad childhood.
Obviously proving how far she's come. In the comment section, Gaga wrote, quote, "Some people I went to college with made this way back when. This is why you can't give up when people doubt."
Man, every morning news show has that cackling hen that goes,
people doubt you or put you down. Gotta keep going.
Wait a minute.
Cool
Someone didn't mean.
Yeah. All right. Shut up. Enough of that. Let Carson Daly talk. I know it's a round table, but was that really worth contributing to that clip? Sounds like right-wing radio. I'm just kidding. Not really. 856-49-HOPPY.
Happy hot topic.
What the hell is going on with this dirty, rotten bitch?
Kate Gosselin's lawyer speaks out days after her son Colin accused her of tying him up in the basement as a child.
You know, Kate's like, why does it have to come out? I got such a perfect image in her mind.
20-year-old Colin made accusations against his estranged mother, Kate, in an interview with the U.S. Sun published September 10th, alleging she often kept him in a locked room in their basement while growing up.
She literally exploited her kids for fame. I'm not surprised by any of it. You don't look at Kate Gosselin and go, that's Mother of the Year.
Now Kate's lawyer, Richard Puleo, issues a statement to Fox News Digital saying the facts belie the truth. Whatever took place, the ones that are truthful are the ones that took place.
That is the most lawyer thing I've ever heard. It's like when Trump said the concept of an idea or whatever.
News Digital saying the facts belie the truth. Whatever took place, the ones that are truthful are the ones that took place.
She did it.
She has no comment because it's not going to change the past.
Oh, she did it.
And I don't believe she intentionally harmed any of her children in any way, shape, or form.
You notice how the lawyer didn't say that she didn't do it? That she didn't intentionally do it. That's lawyer mumbo jumbo. I could have wrote a better statement on ChatGPT.
As of Kate, she never wants to comment because she's always known that this gets taken out of context.
What, that you imprisoned your kid and now you put him in a mental hospital and now he can't serve in the military because of it? Because you're a dirty, rotten bitch of a mom? Is that it?
She doesn't want to comment, doesn't need to. The record speaks for itself. I can assure you that if she was harassing or abusing her child, given her public exposure, the authorities would have taken the time and removed him from the family.
Or because she's got money and power, that didn't happen. Could that be a concept?
And put him in special services and would have probably had Kate charged with abuse. None of that happened.
Yeah, because she's rich and famous.
E! News has reached out to reps for Kate and Colin for comment, but has not yet heard back. Colin said in the September 10th interview, "My mother had a room built in our storage basement. She had a room put up with cameras in it, a tiny window in the corner, and it was bolt locked from the outside. It was like a containment room, and it had a mattress on the floor, and that's how I lived." And while alleging his mother often became, quote, physically aggressive and verbally very abusive, Colin continued, when my mother would put me in that room multiple times, she had zip-tied my hands and feet together and bolt-locked the door.
Sounds like mother of the year. You look at these pictures of her, I don't care how pretty she is. She's got crazy bitch eyes.
Turned the lights off and had cameras there just watching me. The reality TV alum currently lives with his father, John Goslin, and his sibling, Hannah Goslin.
That's good. I feel bad for that kid, but John seems like a good enough dude. Like, yeah, he has flaws. Yeah, he cheated on Kate. But honestly, if you were married to Kate, it should almost be allowed to cheat on her. 856-49-HOPPY. This next headline cracked me up right here. J-Lo and Ben Affleck.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
What the hell are these maniacs doing?
It is very hard when you have folks who want to go outside. Yeah. You know, it is very difficult because people like us sit around and we judge it. And we don't think to ourselves, well, maybe the kids, maybe we just say, oh, how nice they were hanging out together. Because the kids hear all of this. Yeah. People see all of this. And it is...
That's a good point by Whoopi. I usually can't stand Whoopi, but it is kind of hard when the kids know everything about you.
It is very difficult to figure out what's going on in somebody else's relationship.
Whoopi Goldberg is coming to Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's defense after the pair reunited with their kids at the Beverly Hills Hotel over the weekend amid their divorce.
I mean, yeah, we do seem to forget that the kids are involved.
In a segment on Monday's The View, co-hosts Whoopi Goldberg, Alyssa Farah Griffin, Sarah Hines, Sunny Houston, and Anna Navarro discussed the reunion where Ben and J-Lo were reportedly affectionate with one another, according to Page 6.
They are like and now I know Jennifer Lopez is not white, but they are literally the white people version of Cardi B and Offset. They cannot get over each other.
As the women issued their opinions, they brought up the concept of blended families and how divorce can impact children.
I do like this a lot, though, because these have become, they were married for a couple of years. They dated before that. They've become blended family.
All right. Before I go to break, I would rather listen to the Family Guy's version of The View than the actual View.
Hey, Stewie, 3 o'clock. Time for The View. No, not again! Let me out of here! I can't watch another second!
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Don't that booty, diggy, don't that booty. Don't that booty, diggy, don't that booty. Don't that booty, diggy, don't that booty. Don't that booty, diggy, don't. Young Roll, what up? Don't that booty, diggy, don't that booty. Don't that track for music, peon, tall boy, peon, Black Pearl, don't that booty. Young Roll.
Yes, I'm fresh. Yes, I'm clean. Yes, I'm rocking $200 jeans. Yes, you thick. Yes, you bad. Yes, your boyfriend finna be mad. Yes, I'm rich. I get cash. Yes, I like it when you shake it fast. On here, just bounce that thing from the bottom to the top. The money don't stop. Yes, DJs. Yes, that's Gucci. Yes, Young Roby, so St. Louis. Yes, that's mine, 22s on the Benz. Yes, I'm a team player, bring your friends. Yes, that's perfect, move like that. Damn, you exclusive, view from the back. On here, just
don't dare booty, diggy, don't dare booty. 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 Don't dare booty, diggy, don't dare booty.
yes, you you fly. Yes, you sick. Yes, your booty be so big. Yes, my fit match my hat. Yes, I'm fresher. We can go to better stack. Yes, like this, nah, like that. Yes, I like it when you bring it back. Just go ahead, just hey. Yes, that's me. Yes, I'm on. Yes, you right, ladies. This your song. Yes, my phone, like my whip. Everything touchscreen. Get like this. I'm like yes. Hands to your feet. She drop it down low. Now bring it up for me. Hold up. Just. Don't dare booty diggy, don't dare booty, 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 don't dare booty diggy, don't dare. No, I'm not your man, but I got a plan. Models, no dramas, what you need to understand. No, I don't floss, but I love the ball. Me and Victor Moan popping tags in the mall. No, I'm not icy, psych, I just lied. The way you dunk your booty got me on another vibe. A vibe so official, here go my credential. City in a poster, maybe then you get the picture. Girl, I'm a boss, ahead of my time. Yeah, I might be young, but I'm heavy on my grind. Put it to the side, swing it this way, spin it all around just like my DJ. Dunk it like a hooper, make them holla whooper. Concentrate on your hips like you a hula hooper. Baby, just bounce that thing from the bottom to the top. The money don't stop, we'll drop it like it's hot. Don't dare booty diggy, don't dare booty, 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 don't dare booty diggy, don't dare booty. Bounce that thing from the bottom to the top. The money don't stop, we'll drop it like it's hot.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This following segment has been brought to you by the best barber in all of the Bay Area, being Rich Keeley Master Barbershop at richkbarber.com, 4545 West Kennedy Boulevard, over at Salon Loft. Here's the deal. If you're looking for the best haircut around, trust me, I'm a man of my words when I tell you that Rich Keeley is as legit as it comes. This is also being brought to you by westchaseprinting.com, the best printing company in all of the Bay Area. When you get that nice little invoice, tell them that you heard about it from Hoppe Hour. This is also being brought to you by Amir Academy of Martial Arts at amiracademy.com. When I tell you that he is the best MMA trainer in all of the Bay Area, I'm a man of my words. 2700 22nd Street North, and that's in St. Petersburg. 727-821-4097. That's 727-821-4097. amiracademy.com. This is also being brought to you by counselingoncall.net. Today I talked to my shrink, Jay. If you live in Maryland or Florida and you need help with your mental health, go to counselingoncall.net and tell them you heard about it from Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
He is heavily medicated, always high, allegedly, and caffeinated on energy drinks. What could possibly go wrong? Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
And now for something completely different.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Spin the dial, tune in, it's Hoppe Hour show. Out of Tampa Bay where the good vibes flow. Ryan Hoppe got the scoop, hot gossip and toast. Celebrity news, dating tips, we all in the know. Hoppe Hour with Ryan is the place to be. Celebrity buzz, the love line's free. 856-494-673.
Like they just said, 856-49-HOPPE.
Stars, scandals, and affairs.
856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Let's get back into the content.
Buzz, the love line's free. 856-494-673. Call up, spill your tea, live on the frequency.
Whoa! Hoppe Hot Topic!
It's very hard to know what's going on behind closed doors, but we do know that the brothers' relationship is incredibly strained.
Prince William and Prince Harry not getting along. They need to get over it.
It's at an all-time low, and they're really not speaking. Prince Harry will be making a trip to New York later this month. He's going to be meeting with the Diana Legacy Award charity and several of his other philanthropic organizations.
I wonder if Prince Harry is going to be with Meghan Markle forever, or if there will be a part of him that will regret dishing his family for vagina.
He's going to be spending more time in New York. There are important meetings to be had. There is a possibility with William and the Earthshot Prize that he could be in New York, possibly at the same time as Harry. I mean, the offices do not work together, so I think if there was to be any crossover, that would be purely coincidental.
All right, so they're not getting along. Riveting! This next headline absolutely, positively infuriated me. I never want to hear anybody else talk about the drunk driving epidemic in America. Ever.
Whoa! Hoppe Hot Topic!
Because I'm telling you, this made me livid.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Hey, Justin Timberlake.
So I don't know how many of you
are fans of me or know who I am.
Were in the courtroom and heard what I had to say in the courtroom, but
he's a good actor. He's been in movies, so right now he's acting.
I'll reiterate that and say this to you. Many of you have probably been covering me for a lot of my life.
Again, here's the long story, so we forgot what it's even about. That's what narcissists do. They talk a lot, so you go, what are we mad about?
And as you may know, I try to hold myself to a very high standard.
Oh, really? Cheating on your wife all the time and forcing Brittany to get an abortion. Man of the year!
For myself. And this was not that. This was not that. I found myself in a position where I could have made a different decision.
Yeah. Just get a hotel. You were literally at a hotel. Or get a personal driver.
I've had some time to reflect on that.
Yeah.
And I also understand by, the fact that all of you are here, that I have a platform, you have a platform. We share that platform.
Oh yeah, we're totally sharing it with you, bud.
And so what I'd like to say to everyone watching and listening, even if you've had one drink, don't get behind the wheel of a car.
Alrighty.
There's so many alternatives.
He's only doing this because the judge told him to. He doesn't care. He's acting.
Call a friend. Take an Uber. There's many travel apps.
Oh, thank you, man. I didn't know there was such thing as Uber. Oh, wait, it's not 2014. It's 10 years old, you tool.
Still, take a taxi. This is a mistake that I made, but I'm hoping that whoever's watching and listening right now can learn from this mistake.
Yeah. Thank you, Justin, for teaching us common sense. This next headline is just sad. And did I say the word sad?
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
I think I did.
Demi Lovato hit the red carpet for the premiere of her new Hulu documentary, Child Star.
I bet it's going to be how it was so hard growing up. I mean, I know it was, but...
While InStyle magazine celebrated its 30th anniversary with cover star Renee Rapp, and of course E! News was on hand for all of it. Take a look.
I wouldn't end up where I am had I not made all the choices leading up to this point. But
like what? Identifying as a squirrel?
it came at a price.
This documentary is so timely and so important. What inspired you to do it now? It's actually...
Oh, man. I know Demi's had her ups and downs, but she looks beautiful.
It's been a project that's been years in the making, and when I first had this idea, it was at the end of my last documentary. If I could have done it sooner, I would have. I just didn't know how. I was really inspired and encouraged by the people that did decide to participate in this film.
There's been times I've really liked Demi, and there's been times I couldn't stand her, but she's had a hard life. She grew up in Hollywood. That's hard.
Did such an amazing job at being vulnerable and candid.
Would you ever recommend anyone in your family to join the show business, entertainment industry?
If I was talking to my future children, I would say practice, 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 and then when you're old enough, you can follow and pursue your dreams.
So pretty much don't do it as a kid.
But it's important to remember to have a childhood when you can.
Yeah, she's pretty much saying she didn't have one.
Joe Siwa revealed the scariest part about being in the documentary.
There's
people judge me.
Nothing left for me at the end of the day. Getting to see it for the very first time, because I'm questioning, I'm like, okay, hearing everybody else's stories, is it going to unlock new things for me that I didn't even...
She seems like such a brat. There's just something about her I don't like.
No, I really had yet. On the way, I was like, my girlfriend might have a really rough night with me tonight. Good luck, babe.
We also spoke with Joey King.
There, right there is the red flag.
Really rough night with me tonight. Good luck, babe.
Saying that she's going to have a rough night with her girlfriend, that must mean that most nights are rough for good old JoJo Siwa. It's so weird how only like 5 years ago she was underage and now she's a 22-year-old brat.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
That's how time seems to work. This next headline, I've never been an addict, but Kelly Osbourne admits rehab made her a better addict.
First rehab I went to was like university on how to be a better drug addict.
Kelly.
Oh, man. Can you imagine having Ozzy as your father? Of course you're going to be a drug addict.
Osbourne is opening up about her struggles of addiction and is making a bold claim about her time in rehab. The 39-year-old TV personality, who is a recovering addict, sits down for an interview for TMZ's new documentary, TMZ Investigates, Matthew Perry and the Secret Celebrity Drug Ring, streaming on Hulu September 17th, and tells host Harvey Levin that some of the rehab centers she experienced are the opposite of helpful.
Yeah, let's hear why.
First rehab I went to was like university on how to be a better drug addict.
What do you mean?
I learned so many tricks, so many things that I never even thought of from my fellow addicts that were in there.
The former Fashion Police host also claims that some rehab facilities try to exploit their patients.
They'll sit outside of AA meetings looking for weak and vulnerable people that they encourage to go and relapse so they can then pick you up again.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's that dramatic fakeness from Harvey. I'm sorry. He's almost saying that because he wasn't listening.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Rehab centers will send people to AA meetings so they can entice them to do drugs again so they can go back into rehab?
Mm-hmm.
That's hard to believe.
I swear on everything that it's true.
Kelly has been open about her struggles with her
Kelly's so pretty, though.
Past drug and alcohol addictions. She explains on Red Table Talk in 2021 that her drug use began at age 13.
Yeah, it had to be hard when Ozzy's your dad.
I then kept getting sick, and I had a really bad case of tonsillitis. They ended up having to give me some crazy surgery. And then after that, they gave me Vicodin. And that was all I needed.
And Jada Pinkett Smith is like, yo, can you give me a prescription?
Are you kidding me?
All right, enough of that dirty, rotten bitch known as Jada Pinkett Smith. 856-49 Hoppe. Miley Cyrus is in a little bit of trouble. She's a bad girl.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
This is going to be interesting.
Miley Cyrus is in some legal trouble. According to documents obtained by E! News, the Grammy winner is being sued in a new lawsuit that alleges she and her team that wrote her hit song Flowers copied Bruno Mars's 2013 song When I Was Your Man.
Yeah, when you're making music, you got to make sure it doesn't sound like it unless you're sampling it or whatever.
Along with Miley, her co-writers Gregory Hain and Michael Pollack are also named as defendants in the September 16th lawsuit filed by Temple Music Investments. The suit also names several entertainment companies for distributing Flowers.
It's just weird because the songs don't even sound alike.
E! News has reached out to reps for Mars, Cyrus, Hain, and Pollock, but has not yet heard back. The documents allege that, quote, any fan of Bruno Mars's When I Was Your Man knows that Miley Cyrus's Flowers did not achieve all of that success on its own.
So they're jealous. Mm-hmm.
Flowers duplicates numerous melodic, harmonic, and lyrical elements of When I Was Your Man.
Or what if it's just a similar song and you guys are jealous that that song was bigger?
Including the melodic pitch design and sequence of the verse, the connecting bass line, certain bars of the chorus, certain theatrical music elements, lyric elements, and specific chord progressions.
How bored does this announcer sound? Specific bars, certain theatrical music elements. I'm just reading this because I want to be in Hollywood.
The filings continue, quote, it is undeniable based on the combination and number of similarities between the two recordings that Flowers would not exist without When I Was Your Man. Accordingly, plaintiff brings this action for copyright infringement arising out of defendant's unauthorized reproduction, distribution, and exploitation of When I Was Your Man.
Well, Hollywood would know about exploitation.
Along with examining the melody and harmony of the choruses of the songs, the lawsuit alleges that the lyrics in Miley's chorus, quote, clearly have a meaningful connection to the lyrics of Bruno's, and that the, quote, music similarities are no coincidence. Tempo Music Investments is requesting that Miley and the lawsuit's defendants be prohibited from reproducing, distributing, or publicly performing Flowers.
All right. So she's getting sued. I'm sure it'll all work out in the end. Speaking of something working out in the end, we have this headline.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
A big update now for college football fans. DirecTV and Walt Disney Company reached an agreement returning Disney's channels to its customers.
That never should have happened. And also, I'm not saying that, like, if you have cable, you're an idiot, but just get YouTube TV. Why would anybody in 2024 want to have DirecTV? It's a boomer thing. Rest in peace to my uncle, but I had the password to his DirecTV last year. Mm-hmm.
And they're still finalizing the new multi-year contract, but Disney, ESPN, ABC stations, and the streaming service Hulu have all been immediately restored.
Oh, again, I saw all these boomers. I'm not trying to hate on the boomers all the time. Mm-hmm. Even though I do have this thing that I do on Hoppe Hour. I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but I am the voice of a generation that got screwed by the boomers.
He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers.
So with all the boomers, they're like, I'm not able to watch the game on DirecTV, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you should be canceling DirecTV right now and immediately going to YouTube TV. It's the same type of like boomers that like are like, I'm lost. I don't know where I'm going. It's like, are you using a GPS? And they're like, I don't know how to use that. All right. I'm not really in the mood to make fun of boomers because it's so easy.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
We have this next headline. I don't know. I've never really been into 90 Day Fiance because I work in entertainment, so I know it's so fake. But this headline fascinated me.
Big Ed Brown may have found his happily ever after once again.
That little mutant.
The 90 Day Fiancé star is now engaged to 29-year-old Portia Raymond a day after meeting during his fan event at a sandwich shop in Plantation, Florida.
Can you imagine being married to this slob? I've heard he works at a Walmart in Orlando, which, I mean, make your money, but can you imagine him at Walmart?
Per TMZ, Ed got down on one knee before placing a paperclip ring on her finger.
Yeah.
The couple then exchanged a kiss while everyone applauded.
So this girl that he proposed to is looking for clout, and she's like, I'll just marry Big Ed for a month. Can't even imagine having him as any type of lover. He seems so selfish.
Following the news of the proposal, the reality star tells TMZ it was love after first bite.
Oh, God. Is that how desperate you are? Like, I've seen people watch it before, and it's just so fake. It's like porn acting, 90 Day Fiancé.
E! News has reached out to reps for Ed, but has not yet heard back.
That's what E! News says every single time. We have not heard back. Maybe stop reaching out. Like, I know you have to for the report, but you almost never hear back. Like, on all these E! News clips I've played, I've never heard one go, oh, yeah, we heard back.
His engagement with Portia comes 3 months after his ex-fiancée, Liz Woods, confirmed she moved on when she debuted her new boyfriend on Instagram.
Poor Ed, in a way that you're just being used by these girls that want to get famous. I've had it happen too, where girls date you for clout. It's whatever. You get over it.
The former couple shared a tumultuous relationship, often breaking up and reconciling on the reality show.
The girl's like, oh, do I want to be famous? Do I not want to be famous? Do I want to be famous? Do I not want to be famous? Do I want to be famous? Do I not want to be famous? Because no one's going there for love.
But Ed, who shares 29-year-old daughter Tiffany with his ex-wife Sandra Heck.
Can you imagine him as a dad? Oh my God.
Previously shared that he did learn some important lessons after their split, telling Entertainment Tonight back in May, it was a lot of things, but one, it was me having to look at how I've behaved, how I've treated women, how I've spoken to women, and I'm not proud of that and the way I've behaved.
So you're pretty much admitting that you yell all the time. 856-49-HAPPY. That's 856-494-6773.
Happy Hot Topic!
This next headline I talked about on my previous show, but we'll do it again.
About erasing the past, it is about starting a new chapter in the future.
Mike, 3 or 4 times used my words against me on stage. No.
All right, this is Chester Bennington's kid. I made a video, blah, blah, blah. I don't like that they replaced Chester with that awful singer, but this kid seems to be riding it for the clout.
Knowing I was in the crowd. That's wild.
Chester Bennington's son,
Such entitled Gen Z kids, man.
Jamie slamming Mike Shinoda over his comments at Linkin Park's big return to the stage.
The Linkin Park situation is concerning. And the fan base.
Okay, like, obviously, I would prefer that they would create a new band and let Linkin Park die. But when you're talentless and you were riding off a Chester and they have him kill himself, not that they had him do it, but he kills himself, you're crap out of luck. Mm-hmm.
Base is fanatical.
Linkin Park has always got a little bit of something up our sleeve.
The late rocker died by suicide in 2017, putting new music on hold until last week.
Yeah, the music's awful. Anybody out there who thinks it's a good choice to get Emily, you're either a feminist, you're female, or you have a bad taste in music. Trust me, she's not good. I'm not going to play any more of it, but this next rant is just going to piss off all of the feminists and all the Swifties and liberals, and I'm prepared.
Happy Hot Topic!
What's going on with the alleged pedophile known as Donald Trump?
Donald Trump is taking aim at Taylor Swift days after she publicly endorses Vice President Kamala Harris for president.
Donald Trump saying outrageous things is so 8 years ago.
In a post on his Truth Social network, the former president writes in all caps, quote, "I hate Taylor Swift," without context or explanation. Liz Cheney, the Republican former congressional representative who is backing Harris, quotes his comment and writes on X, formerly Twitter, says the smallest man who ever lived.
Oh, shut up. He married a Dick Cheney.
Referencing a track from Taylor's most recent album, The Tortured Poets Department.
Oh, I bet Liz Cheney feels so woke and so awesome listening to Taylor Swift.
Not the first time the former president is publicly speaking against the 14-time Grammy Award-winning singer.
That is a lot of Grammys.
Taylor broke her silence about the upcoming U.S. presidential election following a televised debate between the two candidates on September 10th. The global superstar writes at the time in the caption of an Instagram post, quote, "Like many of you, I watched the debate tonight. If you haven't already, now is a great time to do your research on the issues at hand and the stances these candidates take on the topics that matter to you the most." She continues, quote, "As a voter, I make sure to watch and read everything I can about their proposed policies and plans for this country." According to Taylor, she will be voting for Kamala and her running mate Tim Walz because, quote, "She fights for the rights and causes I believe need a warrior to champion them."
Oh, that's great. If you're a female and you're voting for Kamala, that's fine. I honestly get it. I'm not voting, but I don't care.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
And then there's this headline.
Someone wanted a touchdown. Someone wanted to see 6 after she got 7 on Wednesday night.
Yep, that's who wanted to see it.
Taylor Swift unbothered at her beau Travis Kelce's Chiefs game after Donald Trump declares he hates her.
That was kind of a weird way to put it. Like, why would she support you, bro? All right, I got to skip over this. Anyway, honestly, I have that saying, if I'm bored, you're bored. So we're going to move on from that and move to this. Because we've been doing the show for an hour and 48 minutes.
Donald Trump is speaking out as the FBI investigates what they say was an apparent assassination attempt. In an email, the former president told his supporters, quote, "There were gunshots in my vicinity, but before rumors start spiraling out of control, I wanted you to hear this first. I am safe and well."
Honestly, all the people that want him to get shot, that is bad karma.
"Nothing will slow me down. I will never surrender." On Truth Social, Trump wrote in part, "I would like to thank everyone for your concern and well wishes. It was certainly an interesting day."
Man, and all the liberals seem to be about like equal rights and blah, blah, blah. But then they're trying to kill a president. Got it.
He went on to thank law enforcement for, quote, "the incredible job done today at Trump International in keeping me as the 45th president of the United States and the Republican nominee in the upcoming presidential election safe. The job done was absolutely outstanding. I am very proud to be an American."
That's great. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. Diddy. It's in a little bit of trouble.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Tonight, Sean Diddy Combs arrested in Manhattan after a grand jury indictment. Our senior investigative correspondent, Aaron Kotursky, is at the courthouse and has the latest. Good morning.
Here they are. They're doing that very serious talking voice because whenever they talk about National Burger Day, their voice is like this, but they got to be so dramatic.
To you, Aaron.
Good morning to you, Robin. Sean Combs spent the night in federal custody. He's due here at court later today after one of music's most influential entrepreneurs was indicted on federal charges.
Hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs seen here just hours before his arrest in Manhattan last night, taking pictures with fans. Federal agents with Homeland Security investigations later taking him into custody at a hotel in Midtown following a nearly year-long investigation into human trafficking.
Yeah. I mean, it was always known that Diddy was a dirtbag. Everybody was so surprised.
Diddy's attorney says we are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution.
I'm just learning that lawyers are scumbags.
Prosecutors say the charges will be unsealed this morning, but Diddy has been under criminal investigation since his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, accused him in a civil lawsuit of sexual and physical abuse. CNN obtained this disturbing hotel surveillance video from 2016, purportedly showing Combs attacking her, throwing her to the ground, kicking her, and trying to drag her away. The lawsuit was settled with no admission of wrongdoing, Combs issuing an apology video.
That was the saddest thing I ever saw.
I mean, I hit rock bottom.
You're just mad he got caught. If you really felt bad, you would have spoke out about it in 2016, you dirtbag.
But I made no excuses.
No, you don't, because you don't even talk.
My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
My behavior.
10 more civil lawsuits followed Cassie's, alleging sexual assault, physical violence, and human trafficking. His accusers paint a dark picture of a sexual deviant who preyed on young women and men looking to make it in the industry.
Especially the men part.
Plied them with drugs and alcohol and forced them into sex acts, all of which Combs has denied. The criminal investigation spilled into public view last March when HSI agents raided Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami.
Stimulate your mind, strengthen your spirit.
He shot to fame in the 1990s, launching the label Bad Boy Records and the successful career.
All right. I have that saying, if I'm bored, you're bored. Also, if you want to hear about Diddy's career, just go on Wikipedia.
Tick-tock, clocks a juke, playing cruel pranks. Hoppe's hour almost done, feels like robbery in banks. Ryan Hoppe on the mic, dropping wisdom then streams. Syndicated sorrow, now it's time to shatter dreams. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. But the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shout-outs hit the street, but soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. But the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shout-outs hit the street, but soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Oh, life's just so unfair. Every night like clockwork to a show. Now it's time to face the silence like a TV on snow. Ryan Hoppe held the mic with humor so divine. The void left in our hearts wider than a canyon line. Empty speakers, silent vibe coming to an end, like a roller coaster stopping round the river's bend. Hoppe's jokes and jabs, these are daily grind. Now silence louder than the thoughts we can't rewind. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. The Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair.
Hoppe hour. Hoppe hour.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
And like that, he's gone.
Hoppe hour is now over.
Hoppe hour is now over.